Hello YouTube, this is Cryptbeards Parallel Worlds. Ooh, sounds exciting, doesn't it? But, I mean, all the exciting stuff about it is probably finished by the time you're watching this. I've probably completely finished the series. I've probably looked at everybody else's fortresses, and you're sitting there going, oh, I'd love to get involved. So, but you can't. You're just going to have to wait until the next one. Sorry. I really should start publishing my Cryptbeards videos on Dwarf Fortress on YouTube again, because I've got quite the backlog now. The entire last 2 forts are sitting there unpublished, and I haven't done any of the tags. Oh, it's such a pain in the arse. But hey, somebody watches it, so I'll keep doing it. Let's have a quick look at chat here. Oh, it's everybody saying hello to YouTube. Oh, the liveys love you. That's nice. It's nice to see the liveys and the cordies getting on. It wouldn't be good if they were fighting. Let's have a look at this fortress, shall we? We've been having reports over the course of the time since last session, which I believe is only a weekend, from Oafsalot, who is also playing along. He's already got a head start on everybody else, because of course I'm starting this now, but I haven't published the links to download the stuff anywhere except in my Discord, I think, or in the Twitch chat, so no one's really had a chance to sign up for it yet. But we'll remedy that. I'll put a little post in the subreddit. We'll get people in. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Let me just refresh my memory. So we've got a little brook down here. We've got a volcano here at ground level. And we've dug into this incredibly soily mound. Which is... it's easy to dig through. You can get stuff made quick. But it does have the downside of the walls pretty much being unsmoothable, I think, and the floors. So, as we can see here, I did attempt to go deeper to penetrate into solid rock, but unfortunately this little dining hall thing that I dug out is riven with clay, which is not good. What is fire clay? Is fire just because it's red, or is it actually used for fire? Is it like for making fireproof bricks? What is the deal with fireproof clay? Yeah, not everybody needs to be the same. We can afford to have a few curmudgeonly fellows around, I believe. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe it's the end of the world if that happens, but I hope not. So here is our mason that we constructed last time. Anything down below? No. I feel like we're going to have to get pretty deep before we stop seeing soil, because it did say deep soil, didn't it? Although maybe this is an opportunity to take a different tack with a fortress. The saying goes, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So if Dwarf Fortress gives you soil, farm? Maybe we should intensively farm and work on booze and lavish meals to build up our trade money, if you see what I mean. I mean, obviously we're going to start with spiked wooden balls. You have to start with spiked wooden balls. They are the boss. I meant to say the bomb, but apparently I'm developing early onset dementia. Worried. It's used for fire brick, according to Wikipedia. Oh, it's like the 2 halves of Claycree and Panzerbeard complete each other. Claybeard and Panzercree? Not great ship names, it has to be said. Oh. Okay, that's my coffee done. Let's start thinking about this properly rather than just sitting here bumping teeth and gums. We've got our boys on the surface. They're not really doing much at the moment. They appear to have gathered most of the wood that they can. In order to get that used, I feel like I should be popping in a couple of little carpentry shops, right? Well, a carpentry shop anyway, we don't have 2. Seeing as this is no use for a dining hall, I'm going to pop the carpenter up here, and I'm going to pop it in that little, excuse me, that little middle room there. So, BWC, Carpenter's Workshop. Please excuse the hiccups. At some point tonight, it's highly likely that I will attempt the triple. I will attempt to burp, cough, and hiccup at the same time. You'll notice it because I'll make a little noise and my face will go red. Won't that be fun to look out for? It's a little Easter egg for you there. A little Easter egg for the eagle-eyed viewers. Let's make this bad boy out of granite. Why not? It's nice and close. And then we'll let things progress so we can get some beds and some... Actually, did I build a carpenter's workshop on the surface? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Oh, damn. Oh, well. let's get some beds on the go. Or did I do the beds last time? Tell you what, there's an easy way to find out. Let's come up here, go down a bit. Actually, I haven't dug anywhere out for the beds. Tell you what. Oh no, this is already a stone stockpile. Oh, arse candles. You know what? Doesn't matter. Let's cancel that as a stone stockpile because we're going to be moving the stone stockpile anyway down to the mason. Let's just deselect this and we'll bang beds in here if we've got any. And this can be a nice little temporary dormitory for our sleepy little beardy boys. Build bed. Oh, wait a minute. Get out of the stockpile menu. Build bed. There we go. BB. BB. Give me back my BB. I cannot wait to play Death Stranding. I've had it spoiled for me. Oh, actually, I spoiled it for myself. I fucking couldn't resist. I looked up what it was all about. But I'm looking forward to playing it. I like a little bit of Mads Mikkelsen. He was most excellent in the old Hannibal. In the old Hannibal? In the modern Hannibal, I suppose would be the correct way to say it. There we go. The beds are going in. We should probably get some doors made, which means going down to our mason. There we go. Let's put in an order for some doors. Add D. Aha! There we go. Let's just get a buttload of doors. Not the ideal metric for quantizing doors. Do you really want to be seeing how many will fit up your little poop chute? Seems like a bad move. Very poorly. Okay, everybody's... No, not everybody's busy. We've got 5 idlers, but I don't see them. Ah, that's because this is up the hill. Okay, fair enough. Right, so if that's not going to be good enough for a dining hall, and it's going to end up being our carpenter, which is built, let's go back up to the surface and dismantle the other one. We don't need that bullshit. We don't need that. X, remove building. That is the key I was looking for. We should probably also build some kind of wall to protect ourselves. Or a drawbridge. That might be nice, but we don't have any mechanisms yet. We haven't been here long enough to really get that kind of thing established. So that's the mason. No, that's the mason. That's the carpenter. We need to clear out some of that wood, so I think it's probably time to start making our trade surplus. Well, actually, we want bins, don't we? N, repeat, add... what do we want other than bins? Spiked wooden balls, that would be it. Oh, there's no hotkey for spiked wooden balls. Okay. There we go. Bins and balls, that's what we need. And then I could probably put a stockpile in here, just in this little corner to the side, and we'll make that just for weapons, which is where I believe spiked wooden balls end up being stored. Ah shit, I made it an animal one. That was not what I intended. Not in the least. Remove designation. You're gonna... There we go. Now it's doing it. Aha. Good. So, P for weapons. Run that there. Bosh. Lovely. Unpause the game. Get back up here. Nobody's jumping into action. Got 4 idlers out of 7, so that's not optimal numbers, I would say. So I had a possessed dwarf make an awesome gem-encrusted silver mace, menacing with spikes of salt, and of course get no skill from it. Had a fey dwarf make a diorite ring. Yay! Yeah, diorite ring's very boring. Jewellery, boring. Very, very dull, unless it's made out of bits of other animals or has some kind of interesting imagery on it. But generally speaking, that doesn't happen too often. I'm going to put these doors in here now so we can actually... Oh, come on, I've only got one. I'm going to put another door in a minute, and then we can turn it into a proper dormitory, and people can have a lovely snoozy sleep when they need to. Be nice, won't it? Nice. Salt in the wounds. That's a very good point. I suppose there's that rock salt, isn't there? The kind of you can get that salt that's carved and polished and everything. So that looks quite good. They use it for lamps and stuff because the light shines through it. I suppose all salt is really rock salt, isn't it? Even if it's just tiny little bits of rock. Or am I misunderstanding the nature of salt? It's possible, but I feel like it's a rock. I feel like salt is tiny rocks. But would the salt from the crystals dissolve in the blood of the wounded enemies from their body temperature alone? Maybe, but I'm pretty sure if you poured like pure salt into someone's circulatory system, it's not going to do them much good. I have a reasonable level of confidence. In fact, I imagine if you could find any soluble material that will dissolve at the same rate as salt, like maybe, say, sugar, I reckon like if you dissolve that directly into someone's bloodstream, it's going to do them a mischief. They're not going to feel good about it. Right, can we build a door now? Not with this mouse, you can't, sir. There we go. Another lovely granite door. If the mace doesn't kill them, the sodium poisoning will do it. That's right. Is there what this is a very stupid question. I'm not even going to say this could be a stupid question. This is an intensely stupid question. But is there like a diabetes for salt? Can you have a problem regulating your salt levels in your body? I bet you can, but I bet it's far worse than diabetes. Salt seems to be a bit more of an important thing in the body. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot. There's no maybe about it. That's very clearly operating on less than the full set of cylinders. We should probably put the new stone stockpile down here, shouldn't we? PS. And I am going to place a stone stockpile here, all around that, so he never needs to go far for his stone. As a clinical librarian, I can safely say I haven't a clue. Is that like a book doctor? Are you the guy who goes around and puts all the little charts on the end of the beds and make sure they're in the right order? Do you Dewey decimalize the urine samples? It's just a stupid thing to say. But hey, I said it. We can't get away from it. Let's put a furniture stockpile back here so we end up putting some of the tables and chairs that I will no doubt be churning out all over the place. Well, maybe we could... That's a bit early, isn't it? 1050 is the 6th month of 1050. We've been here for 6 months and we've already got migrants turning up. I can see it's going to be one of those fortresses, isn't it? A never-ending wave of dwarven bodies crashing on our shores. Ah, well, here they come. It looks like it might only be 2 guys and a couple of birds. As in actual avian birds, not, me being sexist and calling women birds. What bird? Yeah. Like that, Let's have a little pause. I think they've made it in. And we'll have a quick look at the old dwarf therapist. Now, anybody watching in a dark room, warning, you may want to take this opportunity to squint your eyes, if not close them, because we're going to a predominantly white screen from a predominantly black screen. So I know your pain. People have mentioned their pain in chat before. Just be ready. Oh, we've got a new name. Dingo 823 TV or Dingo 823 TV, however you pronounce it. I think I got close enough, right? I'm pretty sure that first part is Dingo, so I'm going to stick with it. What was this about salt poisoning? Just joined. Panzerbeard, in the old chat there, he had a dwarf take a mood and create a hammer with spikes of salt. So, yeah, lots of stuff stemmed from there. And I asked if there is a diabetes for salt, which of course is a stupid question, but we specialise in stupid questions here. Specialise. Anyway, you all squinting? You got your eyes ready? Because we're going. Da-da-da-da. There we go. There's the predominantly white screen. And let's take a look. We'll do a read, get our dwarves back, and now... Well, it looks like we did only get 2 people. We'll just sort them by migration wave instead of has nickname. Yep, 2 people. That's... Normally, I would be annoyed at that, but seeing as they came so soon, I'm quite happy. We've got a cook, and we've got a thresher. A very, very good thresher. He loves processing plants. Should we gather some plants for him to process? I just don't know. We've still got our blacksmith sitting there uselessly because we haven't built any of our infrastructure for processing metals. But then again, I don't think we've actually got that much in the way of ores, so it's really worth waiting, I think. Ostap says Panzerbeard says most of my job is threatening doctors with fees until they return our damn books. I'll look into putting the charts up. That's a sideline you might want to get into in the old clinical librarianship. Ostap says, fair enough, Panzerbeard. I was just wondering over the organic particularities of dwarves and whether other creatures that would combat the mace-wielding dwarf. But I'm sure you and Scoundrel know more details about the game. Oh, actually, Ostap, I'm not entirely sure I do. You may be a rank noob, an outsider to this little game, but I have managed to play it for nigh on 10 years and absorb the best part of nothing. And when I say best part of nothing, that's quantitative rather than qualitative, because the best part of nothing is just still nothing, isn't it? Anyway, enough of this nonsense. I don't really see any immediate use for these lads, but we'll get onto it. Let's just check to see if we've disabled anybody's hauling. We have. We've disabled it for our mason and, let me guess, carpenter? No. Oh, it's our miners. We disabled hauling for our miners. Okay, that makes sense. By the way, if anyone's interested, now is the time to ask to have a dwarf named after you, seeing as we're in here. We have 2 without nicknames, so you've got to be quick. You've got to be quick. Oh, hello, Tidy. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Your name was the same colour as Dingo in chat. Foolish me. Does that level 11 plant processor love their job, though? Or is it just what they fell into as a young dwarf and now they feel trapped in their profession, day in and day out, threshing the plants while their minds wander and dream? Minds? Mind wanders and dreams. Dream. Good God. I'm pluralising all the wrong places. But you get the drift. And probably you read it before I read it out, those of you watching live. In fact, it's on the screen when I'm recording, so those of you watching on YouTube also got a chance to read it. I don't know why I'm reading these out. It makes no sense. So, where were we? Tidy, you were one of the people with the retinal, not that word, scoundrel, the retinal troubles caused by the bright white of Dwarf Therapist. He dreamed of threshing since he was a wee dwarflet. Panzerbeard wants one. Well, you can have Domas or lead. It's a cooker or a thresher. You know what? Let's give you the one we're talking about. Let's say set nickname. No longer will you be our thresher, you will be our Panzerbeard. There we go. And if I commit that, we have 1 dwarf left. Butternut Squash, Fuzzy Logic, Cupo, Claycree, Panzerbeard, Perilous, Plutonium Jesus, and Tidy all have dwarves named after them. I think I've not missed anyone saying it. I think we're alright. I think everyone's fine. Should we go back? Let's go back. There we go. We're in the game again. So, let's unpause it. Let the game advance. Don't sit here umming and ahhing and musing on what could and could not be. Oh, we need 2 more beds, don't we? Let's do that. Bed, add, bed, add, bed. There we go. Cool. Very cool. And if we go back to the surface, I am going to go down to here, our entryway, and I'm going to say, what do you mean no roots? I've got to press shift. And we're going to zoom here for the gate. So now, if I go up to our, hey, there we go. I will have to remember where the wagon is to disassemble it, but I don't think we're going to have too much trouble there. It's just above our gate. It won't be difficult to find again. So, we need to get our miners cracking, and that realistically means it's time to look for caverns. Oh, wait, no. Shit, I've just realised we don't have any water, and I remember we did the survey. Oh, no, that was a different map, wasn't it? Was that this map or another map? Okay, well, I'm going to go back up to the surface, and I'm going to dig an exploratory tunnel up here at the top in order that we may search for caverns, because there's nothing worse than making a bedroom and having it go straight into a cavern. I mean, that is terrible stuff. Oh, not there. No. There we go. And if we pop it in like this, then we are inside the mountain. When we go up, we can say up, downstairs. Okay, I think 60 floors is far down enough to go, because, well, I don't know, I think we run the chance of going straight through an adamantine spire if we're not careful. And who would want that? Well, probably the viewers. The viewers might enjoy that, a little bit of demonology, but those of you who are watching this have probably also watched Krug Smash recently? recently, which means you've got your fill of demons, right? You've seen enough. You have seen enough. Come on, miners, get down there. They do go through this soil like a hot knife through butter, which is good. And also, it levels them up as fast as rock per square, I believe. So if you really want to get your dwarves going, you want to get them high level, you've got to start digging that mud. You've got to get your shovel in and start digging. Okay, I think if we dig a tunnel over here, like that, there we go, and we can take it round like that, and round like, yes, like that. I think we should, she doesn't need to go that far. If I do that, no, if I do that and that, we can delete all this gubbins. Remove the gubbins. There we go, and then hopefully this will all be soil. Sweet, sweet soil. Bosh. And then we can put some farms in there and get our plump helmets growing. Innuendo. Uh-oh. Oh! That was quick. Wow, and we've opened it straight up to the surface. Let's pause for a second and have a little examine. Okay, so it actually comes up quite high. Let's keep going down and see what we've got. So our stairs would have gone straight through there. I mean, it's not the most expansive cavern I've ever seen. Well, from what I can see at least. Maybe it is an expansive cavern, it's just... Okay, we'll go down to where the stairs are, there we go, and we'll remove the designation for that dig. And hopefully, excuse me, put some doors in. Because we don't want anything coming up from the caverns and giving us grief, do we? There we go, bingo. If we assume dwarf reasoning is similar to any human's thought process, I'm not sure about that already, Ostap, then they question the reason behind the amusement of their occupation, yet just continue practicing what they're good at without any actual desire to abandon. That's true. People do skate along quite a lot. They skate along. I've done it. I've done skating. Actually, I went ice skating today. And where I was leaning on the thing to push the kids along, the banana thing, I put loads of weight on my wrist and it's fucking caning. Absolutely agony. Right, there we go. There's some digging down there, and then we need to go... How far across does it go? We've got to go deeper. We've got to go deeper, Marty! If I go, like, there, and I say up, down the stairs, please, and then we go up, 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 up. There we go, and okay, they don't line up, but fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, I suppose all sorts of terrible stuff could happen. But it's Dwarf Fortress, isn't it? So realistically, do we care if terrible stuff happens, or is that just sort of more fun for the mill? For the mill? What am I doing here? I'm going to make a horrible corridor splice. Look at this. Yeah. That's not actually that bad. I thought that would look worse. I'm going to put a few more door holes in just to make sure we don't end up having stuff come through too easily. There we go. Right, let's unpause that. Now our miners get cracking. Although I think they may have headed up to the surface suddenly. Yep. That's okay. They'll rinse through this soil pretty quickly. Look at them go. They're pinging along. We've still got 100 frames a second. That's why they're pinging along. Guys? Dwarves? Okay, alright, I get you. I know what I've got to do now. I've got to put on a higher priority, haven't I? Of course I have. Of course I have. There we go. And there, and then we'll just... Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. Not quite sure the sound effects were necessary, but I do like a good old bink bada bump every now and again. Every now and again. Oh, excuse me, just having a quick stretch. I might have to take this sweatshirt off in a minute, it's getting a bit warm. Could be this donut cushion behind me. It's got a little hole in it that's a perfect trap for air, and your body heats it up, and well, there you go. It's a little pocket of warmth perpetually pressed against your back. Where are my miners going? Question mark? What is this bullshit? Oh, there they go. They're coming back. That's it. There we go. Dig out my farm for me. Come on. Diggy, 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 diggy. And then we can pop some plump helmets in. Oh, look, for a moment there, they were digging symmetrically. Symmetrically. Felt quite satisfying. And then they broke symmetry. And now they're sort of... It looks like a pair of testicles from a cartoon penis. Oh, it did for a second. Now it's starting to look a lot squarer. Come on, boys. Diggy, diggy. I could probably put one in now, can't I? Build a farm plot. P. What do you mean needs soil or mud? Ah, there we go. So, let's make them this way. I'm going to do like that. And then I'm going to do another one there. And I'm going to do another one there. And of course, another one. Oops, down, sorry. Go, and then we'll let them dig a bit more out first. In fact, maybe I'll just leave the rest of the room for some stockpiles. So I feel like we could put a seed stockpile in here, right? Makes sense to me. Let's do it. P. Actually, we'll put the seed stockpile. Food, isn't it? We need to do. I mean, we could just do it custom from scratch, but come on. Let's click on that. Press S, and then we forbid. Leave seeds. There we go. There we go. Lovely. Let's get all the seeds in there if we can. It looks like the dwarves have got stuff to do. Yeah, we got to the pink place pretty quickly this stream. How long have we been going? We've been recording for 26 minutes. Mind you, it's easy to slip into the pink place every now and again, isn't it? Let's build another bed. There's one. And in fact, let's build another one. That's it. Everybody in the fortress now has a bed. I mean, they're all in the same room, but it could be worse, right? Is it a barracks? No. It is, however, a dormitory. So, there we go. All the seeds. Is that seeds or is that food? What? Meat barrel? Dwarven beer barrel? Excuse me? Question mark? Papega? Fish barrel? I'm not interested in this. What's going on? Surely. Okay, is that good? Hopefully they've stopped bringing food along. No, it's fine. It seems they've stopped. Good. Good. We need to find a dining room. We also need to check our little corridor down here going into the caverns, don't we? Where have we penetrated exactly? Okay, so the stairs go straight down into open air, which means we definitely run the risk of stuff flying up there. Problem, but not the end of the world. It's difficult to wall in though, isn't it? Now, once we've uncovered the basic shape of the cavern, we should be okay. Ooh, we struck amethyst, have we? Very fancy. Seed stockpiles are a little wonky. You're probably best off disabling barrels and setting it to take from your main food stockpile. Helps with job cancellations too. Oh, okay. I don't actually have a main food stockpile yet. I still haven't brought everything in from the wagon. So, excuse me, my little midriff exposure there. How wantonly rude of me. Gonna get banned from Twitch. Okay, let's go down. Ah, this is looking like it's got some floor in it. These are pretty dinky caverns, aren't they? So that room there is like a little shelf with a tiny little hole down at the side, and it just... That's actually a walkable slope, isn't it? But do I really want to send dwarves in at that point? Yeah, maybe I do. How many floors? I need to go down one more floor or two. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Nobody panic. Okay, it's more than 2. It's there. There we go. Let's go to there. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm placing zones. That's not what I want. DI. There we go. And then bosh. Lovely. Go back down again. That's it. And then we'll dig like that. Put a little doorway in because I do like to break things up, little doors. And then presumably just charge in there. Clear it out like that. Fingers crossed that doesn't cause too much trouble. And let's also go back to our mason and ask for some more doors, because I get the feeling we're going to need a few. What have we got here? No? No mouse clicking? There we go. No jobs left in the mason's workshop. I want doors, please, and just give me as many as we can. We'll be assigning a manager later on down the line. For now, it's manual assignments all the way. Have these been built? Nope, no one has farming, apparently. Let's have a little look. Farming. Bear with me. I'll bring you over to me. Excuse me. Who's got farming? Excuse me. Nobody. Well, it looks like Led's going to be our farmer. Well, actually, he's a cook, isn't he? We already have a cook. We've already got Cupo cooking and brewing. It doesn't hurt to have 2 cooks, does it? And farming and cooking are like fairly related tasks, right? Fairly related tasks. Let's go back over to the old gamey and have a little look. Did you find a dark passage? I don't think so. I don't think it was as particularly like it wasn't like a savage cavern or anything. It's just a regular old cavern. What the hell? Outpost liaison. Ah, you come at an annoying time, sir. It's okay though. I forgive you. A bit. Not fully. 2 wagons. 2 mules. Okay, they might have some interesting stuff. In they go. Let's send our broker up there. I'm pretty sure we've got a broker. Go and G, move goods. We should, at this point, have, let's look at trap components, bin. We've got a bin of spiked wooden balls. I don't know how many that equates to, but we'll see. We'll see. Once everybody's in there, they've only got to bring 1 thing up, so it shouldn't take too long. And they're not bringing it from far. Presumably. Maybe they are, I don't know. Excuse me. Erith Shambudok. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. There is much to share. Okay, nice. What requests do you have of our merchants? What do we need? I don't really want leather. I'm not that excited about leather. Wood. You know what? Bring me what you've got, and I'll buy it. We'll see what goes on. If my spiked wooden balls are anywhere near as valuable as I think they are, I think we're going to have no problem buying everything you bring. Okay, could you just shut up? Oh, what do they want for money most? They want crutches. Crutches, cut gems, prepared meals, and drinks. Well, we can definitely have a go at sorting them out with prepared meals. Oh, Plutonium Jesus. Are you the mayor? Looks like it. Oh, you might be the broker, actually. Right, have we got our stuff in here yet? Have they brought up the weapons? The spiked wooden balls? The Woden bowls? No, I see them right there. Sitting there, waiting to be hauled. What are you doing, sir? Ah, hello. Oh. You're bringing up a bin, are you? Is that the spiked wooden ball bin? If it was, he's not bringing it up here. He's gone off in another direction. Presumably it's one of the bins they were making to put stuff in rather than one that's already been filled with spiky balls. From now, you seem safe from getting banned. To my mind, only Manus victory levels of excitement could warrant another on-camera shirtless scoundrel moment. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing any Manus victory level excitement peaks today. Not in Dwarf Fortress for sure. Although, speaking of excitement peaks, earlier on today I had a little wobble on the top of the stairs. I was at the top of the stairs and I went, whoa, and I thought I was going to fall down for just a moment. And the adrenaline surged through my body so fast it made my hands throb. I was standing there with my fingers feeling like they were blowing up like balloons. And then I calmed down again. Which was good, because I would be a bit manic right now if that hadn't happened. Are you not going to bring this up? Let's have a little peek at what's going on here. Move goods to from depot. Weapon bin. Distance 0. Trading. You do not have a broker. Oh no! I thought we brought somebody, but okay. Okay, let's look. Expedition leaders gone to Plutonium Jesus. I'm pretty sure we brought someone with Panzerbeard. You're a great persuader. Oh yes, he's the great persuader. Professional negotiator, professional judge of intent, and professional pacifier. Also Plutonium Jesus, who was brought as the guy. He's not an appraiser. Okay. Okay, Plutonium Jesus, but he's already the expedition leader. Do we really want to dump another role on him? Because normally they get super stressed. We'll just have to go with Panzerbeard. Fuck it. Panzerbeard, you are now our broker. You're in charge of trade. Please, don't fuck it up. Right, let's just watch for him to go in. Ready to trade yet? Not yet, come on. Where are you, PB? Let's have a little look for him. We've still only got a few dwarves, so we may as well have a little peek. ZF, there we go. We're following him? Where is he? Oh, he's sleeping. Well, okay. We'll let it slide. I think, but there we go. The traders are here for a while. We'll get a chance. Okay. So, let's trade. Ooh, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. We have 3,000 to play with. Let's see what we get out of it. This guy, of course, doesn't have any appraisal, so he genuinely doesn't know what he's buying. We'll see. But you promised me I would be controller of the exchequer. Plutonium Jesus. I mean, much as I would have loved to have given you that role, you were already selected. The gods plucked you out and made you the man in charge. I don't want to put too much responsibility on your little shoulders. Dwarves are already short enough without your spine being compressed by duty. Come on now. We'll get round to it. And you never know. Panzerbeard might die, and you might be booted out of office unceremoniously. Who knows? It's all possible. Hello, Perilous. Welcome back. Nothing's wrong with being a little bit manic, but fear of death manic is kind of a bit more, I think. It's a little bit worse. The origin story is long lost to the vagaries of time and my booze-addled memory, I'm afraid, Perilous. Well, you know, Panzerbeard's a very Dwarf Fortressy name. I like it. And it was perfect fodder for one of my little introductions. I haven't done one of those for over 2 years, you know. So, those have got them. Early entries. Congratulations. Although I may jump back in and do a few more at some point. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know about a master persuader, but I'm certainly capable of persuading people to do some things. Regardless, let's take a little look down the list and see what these little shits have brought. We've got blocks, excuse me, cut gems, glass, clay, rope, water skins. Ah, a Darude. Oh, I wonder if it can blow a sandstorm. Let's have a little look. This is a well-crafted chalk Darude. The frame is made from chalk. The body is made from bismuth bronze. The strings are made from pigtail. The plectrum is made from green glass. The Darude is a large handheld cloth-stringed instrument with a stone frame and a metal body. The strings are suspended from the frame down to the body, and the musician picks the 31 strings with a glass plectrum. Tuning is accomplished by pegs. Tuning is also possible by using small levers. The instrument has a 4.5 octave range going from a very low to a high pitch. The instrument has a dark, gentle timbre. Okay, so it's got to have dark and gentle. This is an interest. I've never had an instrument description like this. So simple, so succinct, so sweet. So dark and gentle, cloth-stringed instrument. Okay, so, and the strings go to the body, 31 strings. Okay, so it's got to sound like dark, from very low to a high pitch. We'll try for the mid-range and the low range. It's easier. So it's got to go ding, 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 ding. That's gentle perhaps, but not dark. Maybe a bit of distortion. Ding, 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 ding. It's as good as we're gonna get. It's as good as we're gonna get. Let's pull out the swirler again. There we go. And I think it might have to be a purchase. Although we have a Dacite Darude. Let's have a look at that. Is it much better? Oh. This is a well-crafted Dacite Darude. It is encrusted with rectangular garneriite cabochons and encircled with bands of billion. The frame is made from dacite or dacite. The body is made from iron. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this object menaces with spikes of finely crafted serpentine. I think we need a Darude for our tavern, but there'll be another one coming along. Let's leave it on the list of maybes and look at what we need first, because it doesn't make sense to spend money on shit we can't really use at the moment. Alpacas and llamas we have already. A dog, meh, we can breed those. Buck rabbits, nope. Roosters, also known as cocks. Cavy boars, water buffaloes, dwarven wine. Well, that seems like it could be useful. Let's buy a drink. Dwarven burr, which is probably beer. We don't want any milk, not yet. We've got llamas, we can get milk out of those. Water buffalo's milk. Kummels. An N-humped camel. That's a very mathematical animal. Imagine that. An N-humped camel. Just no specificity, just a number of humps. Dwarven rum. King cobra venom. Oh god, I hope no one dies to a king cobra man bite this time. That was really annoying last time. Who was it? Who died? It was someone. It was Rando, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. I would much have preferred for him to die in a mining accident. It's very, very much more his thing. I'm not seeing anything. Weapons here are all a bit pricey for my tastes, or a bit too much, especially considering we've got surface bangware. We'll be making our own stuff in no time. Battle axes, hammers. Ah, my favourite Simon Swerwer track. Sorry, I know I'm out of time on the on the recording and the streams, but in my ears I was bang on, and it sounded great in my head. If it didn't sound great in your head, then maybe you want to temporarily block up your ears when you see me humming along to this song, or hear me rather. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Quick lime. We could buy some quick lime. Is there a slow lime? I don't think there is there? I've never heard of slow lime. Armadillo leather bag, cave spider silk bag. My rock nuts bag. Everyone enjoys rocking their nuts bag. Cougar leather bag. Nope. Desert lime wood chest skunk leather bag. Ooh, for keeping the old cannabis in, no doubt. Dwarven Hutflurbug. Maybe we want that. Plump helmet spawn. We could buy that, though I think we've already got some plump helmet spawn. I really want the food proper to start. Sweet pod seeds, red sand. What's that? Rubber wood. Okay, so it's the stuff that the bin was made of. For a second I thought there was something fruity made of rubber wood. But no. Bolts, horsehoof scepter. Cushion cut red tourmalines. Iron anvils. Jackal tripe. Oh, wow. Not only a tasty sounding dish, but also an excellent band name. We are Jackal tripe. Come to the desert, etc, etc. Let's get those cave lobsters. Let's buy some plump helmets so we can get a growing and a brewing. We'll buy these surface foods as well, because why not? And we're only spending £1,000. We've got a little bit of A little bit of movement on this. Mandrill leather trousers. Isn't a mandrill a sort of baboon-like, gibbon-like, well, more of a baboon-like animal? I wonder if they just use the arse panels. They kill it and just make an entire set of trousers out of baboon arse leather. That would probably be very cruel, but it would be quite a talking point down the pub, wouldn't it? That's a very colourful jacket you've got there, scoundrel. Yes, it's made entirely from baboon bottoms. Still smells a bit. Oh, I bet baboons stink. Ah, dear. Let's have a look down. Hyena leather quivers, two-humped camel cheese. Sounds ruder than it is. Sheep cheese, horse cheese. Actually, tell you what, cheese is food. Let's just buy the cheese. What are we doing leaving cheese on the table? All this cheese is up for grabs. There we go. Trader profit, 606. I think we may need to stop here. I will have a little look at what books they've got, if any. Animal development, a new approach. I think that's animal development, a new approach. We'll find out. This is a well-crafted muskox parchment scroll. The rollers are made from railgar. Written on the item is a manual entitled Animal Development, a New Approach, authored by Over Coverrock. It concerns the embryological development of creatures. The writing is reasonably serious, yet it has a touch of melancholy. Overall, the prose is masterful. Melancholic fetus discussion. That sounds like a partner band that could go on tour with Dying Fetus, the band from My Jumper. Well, we won't be buying it because we don't have enough cash, but it sounds interesting. Let's have a look at what we've got here. A pyrolusite-bound codex. This is a well-crafted pyrolusite-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 20-page manual entitled The Moving Sun, Problems and Solutions, authored by Meng Erdring. There's something there. I could try and cobble together a joke about that name, but let's just let it lie. It concerns the theory that the sun moves around the world. The writing is somewhat self-indulgent, yet it is reasonably serious. Overall, the prose is not awful, not very good either. Oh, Swerwer's gone. Let's get him back on top of the pops, shall we? There we go. Back on top of the pops. Excuse me, how old are you? Fuck off. Water buffalo parchment sheets. That's it, I think. No more books. Okay, let's see if he's willing to trade for a 600 profit. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? Yes. Hey, he's pleased with the trading. Excellent. We got a load of food, and we offloaded a buttload of spiked wooden balls, which, who wouldn't want to do that if they were up their butt? There we go. Let's get rid of that weapon bin, and also let our broker leave the depot. That's it, Panzerbeard. You are free once more. We must stop the moving sun. Why not? Sounds like a good idea. It shouldn't be going around us. We shouldn't be going around it. It should be... No, wait, what was that book about? I've got completely fucked. I can't remember diddly squat. By the way, hello, Cupo. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and hello, Elite. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. It's been a little while. How's it going? Still checking out the old sea urchins, or as the world moved on since last we spoke? Man, if we could control the sun, we'd never need another light bulb again. Actually, that doesn't follow, does it? Madness. Equally, maybe paying a low price for an extravagantly endowed camel. Is that the N-humped camel? I imagine that would probably... Actually, Moving Sun is very much a sort of doom band, like something like Earth, or I'm drawing a blank now. I can't think of any other doom bands. But you know what I mean? Something more slow and, acoustic maybe. Maybe like what's that band? Is it not? They've got a track called "Damn Those Deserts" or something like that, which has a really rocking flute track on it. Ah, shit. Maybe I'll have to look it up and play it later, but I'm sure someone in chat will know. I think the Venn diagram of people interested in doom metal and people watching Dwarf Fortress has a fairly substantial, overlap. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. It's happened before. It'll happen again. And no doubt there will be much merriment on behalf of that. Let's start planting these plump helmets. Bury your plump helmets in my furrowed soil. as the vicar said to the choir. That's a bit strained, wasn't it? Much like the choir boys. Boom! Let's change tack, shall we? I've gone to the pink and dark place. The dark pink place, often considered the worst of the places, but I would contend that the dark brown place is almost as bad. Let's go a... Of course, new viewers may need that little bit explained. It's a meme. It's a thing. Don't worry, I haven't lost my mind. It's right here. More plump helmets. God, I hate the interface for farms. It's just... Mind you, that's like saying, oh, I don't like this little piece of shit on this massive turd on my carpet, isn't it? The interface is a bit meh, a bit clunky. Then again, I'd rather have a Dwarf Fortress with a clunky interface than no Dwarf Fortress. Ooh, after the stream tonight, I'm saying that like I sound like I'm inviting you to join me, but after the stream tonight, I've got a film to watch. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way through because it's going to be late when I finish, but I'm going to give it a crack. I'm going to watch One Cut of the Dead. I've heard it's very good, and I've watched a little bit of it earlier today, and it looks like it might well be a very, very good film, which is nice. Yeah. You work on starfish and ctenophores? Ctenophores? Okay, I'm going to Google that one. Let's see if Google will pronounce that for us. Let's have a little look. Come on, Google. By the way, I'm not looking at the game at the moment, so if anything bad happens, do let me know. Ooh, dude, Google can't do it. Pronunciation. There's a YouTube pronunciation guide. Let's have a little listen. Sorry, Swerver. Just got to get rid of you for a sec. And,
Ctenophores. Ctenophores.
Ctenophores. Okay, I was almost right. Put a bit too much emphasis on the "k." But hey, who doesn't do that every now and again, huh? I know I do. Well, that's a useless example because I am the one who's being illustrated and illuminated with the example. Ctenophores. Elite, you made it much easier just by looking at chat. Cupo listens to a band called Destroy Earth. Are they locked in a feud with the band Earth? Shift Enter will plant all year. Da 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 da. I'm just going to put another bloody farm down now just so I can do that and get the satisfaction. Dun, 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 dun. Enter. There we go. Go on, someone come on and build that bad boy. Come on. Come on, my little lads. Get those little legs wiggling. And you going to do it? Nope, he's too busy planting than what we've already done. Come on, I've actually got to do it to try and cement it in the old brain box. If I go away and don't do it immediately, I'll entirely forget. Hello, Archimedes. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. There's jumping in chat tonight. We've got a load of you in. It's like we've got like old guard, new guard. It's like something's happened. Like there's some kind of vortex. Not a vortex. That's not what it was. Nexus. A social nexus is occurring. Not a social vortex. A social vortex sounds bad. I don't think I'd want to be involved in one of those. I think there's actually one going on at the moment in my immediate family circle, but I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. I'm going to go and visit my nan on Wednesday. She's poor old nan's broken her arm. She's had to go to a home, which is a bit sad, but you know, hopefully I'll be able to cheer her up with my inane ramblings. Although having said that, I doubt she would watch this stream and therefore will be probably bored shitless by the time I leave. It's sad, isn't it? It's there's something weird happening when you're the one boring your elderly relatives. Normally the other way around, isn't it? Normally the other way around. Where's your fortress walls? Says Claycree. Yes, that's true. It is. Well, that's why she's had to leave her house. It's sad, but she's like 90, so I mean, it's you know, she's doing well. Well, I mean, relatively for 90. Anyway, we're still waiting on someone to come and do this poxy farm. They don't seem keen. Or has it been built and I'm just... No, we are still waiting. That's fine though. Holy mother of moly. Although I earlier did not really put much weight on the idea that I have no walls and wasn't too worried, I just realised we have just slammed right into this cavern, haven't we? Bang, there we go, look. Cavern-geddon. Let's put some doors down here, just to try and get things a little bit safer. Sure, it's not guaranteed to stop everything, excuse me. That was nearly the one. That was nearly the hiccup and cough combo. Luckily I managed to just flatten it down to just a burp, but hey, we'll get there. Needs a bed? Oh, I don't want beds, I want doors. Why would I want to put beds in here? That would be foolish nonsense. There we go. Having a little boogie along to the music, sorry, I can't help myself. It's just got me. I'm in its grip. I'm like a puppet being masterfully moved around by Mr. Swirler's Music. Clearly not very clever. I just give my grandma liquor chocolates until she falls asleep when I visit. Ah, Cupo. That's interesting strategy. Interesting strategy. I've never been fond of liqueur chocolates, really. I remember at Christmas, they were always all around. And as a child, your lust for chocolate is rapacious. And you'll pick up anything and just eat it regardless. And I was constantly picking up the old liqueur chocolates, biting them into them and going, bleh, spitting them across the room, which obviously got me in trouble. Man, Christmas. As a kid, I don't know, how many of you will like this, okay? You wake up and you've got your Santa presents, right? And you've got a pillowcase, a bag, an actual stocking, whatever, at the end of the bed. And usually, some proportion of those presents, at least in my house, was sweets. Like chocolate selection boxes, that kind of stuff. I would wake up at about 5:30 a.m. I'd put on the morning cartoon television for Christmas Day. I particularly remember one year watching Zig and Zag on the Big Breakfast as I opened up a pack of chocolate sardines and ate through the whole thing. And I used to eat all of my chocolate before I left my bedroom in the morning. And I spent most of Christmas Day basically vibrating. It was good. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it a lot. Can't do it these days though. I try, but I just end up feeling sick. Let's have a look. I have an idea for another Twitch emote, an offset cursor. That would be very apropos for this stream, Claycree, but I'm not sure how we would convey the idea in an emote. It seems complicated. It seems like a difficult idea to sort of put into an emote, you know? Maybe if you've got some ideas, we'll look into it. We'll see. But I've actually only got one more emote. I've got 2 emote slots, but they're for like the 10 and 20 quid tiers. And I'm not going to encourage people to sub for 20 quid, much as I would love the money. It just seems a bit crazy, you know? The stream, maybe it's worth chucking a few pennies at every now and again, like perhaps a busker playing a pleasant tune as you walk past them on the underground, but 20 quid? Mind you, people do get drunk and give lots of money to people busking, so, maybe if you are drunk, control yourself, don't get out of hand, don't go crazy. That's all I can say. Hello, NATO Crisjum? I think that's close, but maybe not quite right. Welcome to the stream, thanks for joining us. Yeah, the Big Breakfast, those were the old days, weren't they? With old, what was his face? The guy who got done the coke dealing. Johnny Vaughan and the Dutch woman Denise Van Outen. That was it, and they used to interview people sitting on a bed. Good stuff. Do you remember that Christmas where Noel Edmonds killed someone? Was that your? I mean, not deliberately. It wasn't like a planned thing. It wasn't like a Christmas murder. Imagine that. Imagine getting to the point where you've got your own live Christmas show and then just pulling someone out with a bag over their head and pushing them down on the stage. Audience looking a bit concerned and worried. What's going on? Surely we should be filling the bag with presents, not putting it on someone's head and then BAM! bang! Down he goes on the floor, and you're like, Merry Christmas! It makes no sense. I don't understand. I can't imagine any circumstances under which it would happen, but, that thought came into my head, so it fell out of my face. That's what happens, really, isn't it? Yeah. Elite always at least got a chocolate orange. I never really was... I'm not fond of the chocolate and orange flavour combination. I know it's okay, but I'm more of a chocolate and mint guy. But I do love the way that the chocolate orange slices are perfectly shaped to fit inside my teeth on my top palate, and then snapped in half with my tongue over the depression in my palate. Like, I love that. Put them in the fridge, clunk, and let it crack on the top of your thing, and then crunch it up. Oh! Sometimes the pleasure of food is more in the sensation of in your mouth than actually the taste or the smell. Sometimes you just want to crunch something up or feel it smush around in your mouth. Oh, sorry, mouth noises. ASMR. Cuddy boy. Here we go. Cupo says, I would nurse my Halloween candy until Christmas, my Easter candy till Easter, and my parents would throw it out every summer. Ah, hoarder. I bet you're the kind of boy who ends up finishing Skyrim with 1 billion potions. Like me, actually. That can't work, because I'm the exact opposite, and I end up with loads of potions. Potions? Maybe you use all your potions. Maybe when it's expendable in a computer game, you're like, blah, 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 I don't care. They're not even real. And then the chocolates, you're like, I must conserve this wonderful confection. I must keep this sugar for a treat down the line. Then again, maybe not. Maybe not. Christmas is a good time for ritual murder. Keeps the sun rising. Actually, now I can imagine a scenario in which that happens. Some kind of pagan cult leader, like the guy out of the old Wicker Man, Christopher Lee. What was his name? Lord Summerisle? Lord Summerisle brings someone out onto the stage and then pops a cap in their head. My goodness. My goodness. I saved my Christmas chocolates for the first days of the year in my childhood. Really? Man, I couldn't save anything. I'm still very bad at that. I cannot open a packet of biscuits and not eat a packet of biscuits. I eat like a fucking crocodile. Like, I never eat breakfast anymore, and I nearly... more than 60% of the time I don't eat until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then once I've broken the seal, so to speak, it's like stuff it in. When my other half goes away, or like takes the kids away somewhere for a little while, so I get like a bit of screen alone time kind of thing at home, I won't eat for a couple of days on the trot, and I'll then be like, oh, I'm so hungry. Either that or it's nothing but scrambled eggs. I do love a bit of scrambled egg. Anyway, we got a little bit sidetracked here, haven't we? Got a little bit sidetracked. I have to force myself to stop at half a pack. Well, Tidy, you've got more willpower than me. Oh, it's shock treatment. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Easter is the time for ritual murder. That's what the whole Stations of the Cross is. Oh my goodness. We're having a theological battle. There's a theological discussion going on. Is Christmas or Easter more appropriate a time for ritualised murder? I think we need to solve this. I think we need to figure out the actual answer. I mean, they both have a lot going for them. They're both oldie worldy pagan festivals, sort of tarted up and switched around for Christianity. So they've got a lot of mysterious roots that could be there. Then again, was human sacrifice a big deal in sort of like pagan pre-Christian religions in Europe? I don't know if it was. I feel like we'd hear more about it if people knew that was the case. Often I think when people are talking about that kind of stuff, they're getting a bit speculative. You find a body in a bog, he's got a hole in the back of his head, oh, it's a ritual murder. He could have just pissed somebody off really badly. It could have been like, pre-medieval mafia, like the old caveman crypts or something. It could have been all sorts of possible explanations. We don't know. But they always reach for that ritual religion bag, don't they? Always do. Panzerbeard says, Maltesers are my enemy, and I must consume them all before they have a chance to commit some devious and heinous act. Ah, Maltesers, that's another good one. I've got multiple ways I like to eat a Malteser. The one way, in the mouth, careful not to disturb it too much, allow the chocolate to melt off, gently rolling it until you have just the malty ball in the middle. Or, I also like biting them in half with my front teeth, taking the two halves and dissolving the middle while keeping the chocolate as intact as possible with the tip of my tongue. Ooh, what a technique. I If you do it at Easter, they get up again. That's a very good point, Cupo. That's a very good point. You just got to wait a couple of days and they'll roll that rock back. Or maybe not, who knows? I mean, if you kill Jesus, I guess that's probably the case. I mean, kill him again. I wonder how many lives Jesus has got. Maybe Jesus was the one the simulation is for. And that's why he came back to life, because he had a one-up. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we're going into strange territory again. Do I really want to start following these theological threads? Do I want to start unravelling that skein and end up somewhere weird? I mean, we're already somewhere weird, aren't we? Hello, Plutonium Jesus. Welcome back. Did I say hello to you earlier? I think I did, didn't I? Yes, because I gave away your coveted broker position. Again, sorry. Midwinter human sacrifice was an old Norse thing. Oh my goodness! Actually, funnily enough, when I went to go to the microscope game on Saturday. The guy's house it was at was playing Crusader Kings when I got there, and he showed me a load of the Viking stuff. Looks interesting. Looks interesting. He was doing a load of murders. He was trying to get up to 30 murders to start a bloodline. I say murders, kills. I mean, I think if you're a Viking Jarl, they don't count as murders because murder is like an extra legal killing, and if you're a Viking Jarl, I reckon like you just changed the law to allow you to kill people. I don't know quite how Viking law works, but anyway, he was playing that and he was showing me all this stuff. He was trying to get up to 30 murders on one character. He got to 27, 28, and then they died of some ridiculous it was either an assassination attempt or dysentery. I can't remember. A disassassination attempt. Could you assassinate someone with dysentery? Not could you assassinate someone who has dysentery. I mean, could you use dysentery as a tool for assassination? I imagine it's going to be less effective in developed countries, but I suppose it's not unreasonable if you're out in the bush somewhere that you could infect somebody with a bit of the old dysentery and just stand there laughing as they poop themselves into a desiccated husk. Okay, here we go. Let me just catch up with chat quickly. Great time to get rid of unwanted relatives. Oh, I suppose so. Yeah, if you need a sacrifice, get the old annoying Uncle Bob and get him on the old what's his name? The stabbing stone. Pantybeard says, put the bag on the counter, smash it violently with a rolling pin, mix the resulting Malteser powder into vanilla ice cream. Ooh, that does sound good. That does sound good. You can go a long way just mixing random sweets into ice cream as a sort of milkshake base. Yum, yum, yum. Panterbeard says, best part of playing Vikings in CK2 is the music, also the raiding. So much raiding. He did show me a bit of the raiding, but I don't know so much about CK2 that I genuinely understood what was going on. I got a vague gist of it, like he's carrying around tons of gold and you don't get it until he comes back, but it's all good. So how about that airline food? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Ooh, is that a reference to the comedic stylings of Seinfeld? Jerry Seinfeld? Gerald Seinfeld? Is Jerry his full name? Or is Jerry short for something? It's probably a stage name. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Sorry to go off on a weird tangent. How long did it take you to learn this game? You just got it. Well, I've been playing for 10 years-ish. I couldn't give you an exact figure on that. And although I can now sort of abide within the game and get a fortress to tick over for a while, I wouldn't say I really learned anything. You can play the game and just continually learn new stuff. I mean, obviously, there is a limit. It's not an infinite possible amount of knowledge that can be sucked from this game, but, you know... It keeps its secrets, like old Gandalf to Frodo. No, was it Frodo? Yes, it was Frodo. That's it. You keep your secrets. Right. A desalination attempt. Kipo wants a pause timer. I could probably do that. How long have I been paused? Oh my goodness, I've been recording for the YouTubers for 1 hour and 8 minutes. Another epic length video that nobody will watch all the way through. Excellent. We've lost them, boys. They've lost us, but they're never going to catch us now. Elite says there are lots of sorts of dysentery. I bet some would work well. Ballistic dysentery. Oh my god, imagine if you were in the Arctic or somewhere even colder than that. You'd be able to use your dysentery as a kind of, like a missile. You'd be able to just bend over, pull down your pants and an icicle, a brown icicle, would just shoot out and spear your opponent. Probably the best way to kill a polar bear that's attacking you, I'd imagine. Like, just curl up in a ball, present your arse first, you know, undo the hatch on your long johns, and then as it bears down to bite you, bears, oh, that could have been a pun if I'd meant it, you just send a fucking spike of frozen shit up its throat. That'll get rid of it. Or maybe it won't. I imagine polar bears aren't fussy about what they're eating. Probably their breath is hot and it'll just melt the stuff and they'd go, this is an appetizer. Normally I have to cut through your stomach wall to get to the delicious bowel contents, but now, you're like a Pez machine. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not familiar with polar bears. I've never met one. I've seen them, but I never had a chance to introduce myself. Anyway, where were we? Christmas is Saturnalia and winter solstice Easter. Even the name is derived from Westra or Ishtar. Yes, there's a lot of pagan stuff going on with the old festivals. Hang on, I think if I read Ostap's message from earlier, I'll get more context on that. Wait! ... or ellipsis, I believe it's called. I thought Christmas and Easter don't have any pagan equivalents, since didn't the present-day calendar come to be with the new era? No, when people were trying to bring Christianity, at least to the UK, as far as I know, or the oldie England, they wanted to get people to sign up. So they just went, well, let's just move all the holidays to line up with the ones they already have, and then they'll start celebrating it because they're already, you know, celebrating stuff, and then we'll just push them in that direction. It's like voodoo and stuff was came from that thing because they wanted to get the slaves and stuff to be Christian for some fucking reason. I don't know why they were like, oh, you're not human, but you still got to be my religion. That seems weird, but the sort of Caribbean voodoo thing was part of like Christianity and African religions coming together. In fact, it wasn't just African religion, it's a big hodgepodge of stuff, but it was sort of guided by, I believe, the Catholic Church and sort of pushed in a certain direction. It's interesting stuff. There we go. Just assume they both originated with Christ's lifetime. Oh, I don't know. I don't think... Let's not start going and talking about the history of Jesus Christ, because that's going to get very dry and very boring very quickly. Let's get back into the game, shall we? I'm going to unpause it. There we go. I've actually talked so much there I've given myself a bit of a sore throat. I may have fucked the stream, boys. I'm sorry if I have to quit in a minute because I'm croaking. There we go, a little bit of water goes a long way. Ooh, more migrants. This time coming from the right-hand side of the screen. Interesting. And it looks like there are a few more than last time. Oh boy, howdy are there. Look at this. They're coming. Oh, they're coming and coming. There we go, is that good? There we go. More dwarves coming than a novelty bukkake video. Ooh, that was a bit forced. That was a bit forced. Didn't need to go there. Didn't need to take it there, but nonetheless, that's where we ended up. Oh well. Let's go down a few floors, check everything's going on here. Oh look, we're growing grass in our fortress now. I forgot that happened when you pierced the caverns. Booger. It's going to make a right old mess, isn't it? Man, this is so badly executed, isn't it? I've barely done anything. We've got a mason, a carpenter, and that's about the size of it. I think realistically we're going to have to put a wooden wall up. What's the area like? Let's do it now. No, actually, I haven't... No, we need to dig some more bloody rooms. This is getting silly. If we go down here a bit, I can hear chat ticking away, but I'm not going to look just yet. Give me a minute to actually get something done, and then we'll go off to Tangent Land together. Take my hand, I'll lead you to the Tangent Land. There we go. Let's do that. That was supposed to be like a take on an Iron Maiden song, but clearly it wasn't anything like an Iron Maiden song. What am I building here? I wanted a dormitory, not a dormitory, a dining hall. The food production thing seems to be the big one. So let's dig that out there and see if we're clear of the deep soil yet. Fingers crossed. Ooh, also, we need to head over to the old dwarf therapist, don't we? Let's do that. Brace your eyes. Those of you in darkened rooms are about to go to a predominantly white screen. Are you ready? Brace yourselves. 3, 2, 1. Retina burn! Here we go. Let's have a little peeky poo at what's going on here. So we had 9 dwarves, and now we have... Let's sort them by migration wave before I even refresh. There we go. Now we have... 21. Interesting number. With 12 people arriving in that last wave. Is there anybody interesting? No. Ooh, we got a bone doctor and a wound dresser. Bone doctor. We've got a farmer. We've already got a farmer. We can stop doing that. Spinner. Ooh, a gem cutter / setter. We might have need for you on the Master's Sail Barge. Let's have a little look. Anybody been watching the old Mandalorian? Anybody been having a look at that? I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I will get round to it. I must admit, I'm not that excited for Star Wars stuff these days. It doesn't excite me like it used to. Tell you what, I am loving the TV series of not Westworld, Watchmen. That's fucking brilliant. Well worth a watch. Spear Dwarf and an Axe Dwarf. That's not too bad. That could be the makings of a military, I think. These guys also have some armour use. Intriguing. They've all got a bit of discipline. Perhaps the trek here was a bit of a slog. Let's Sazir and Locum. They're the lads with the skills. So Locum, he's got nothing else of use about him. And this guy is a fish cleaner. Wow. Is that what you really want to do with your life, Sunshine? I don't think so. We're going to set up a military and you boys are going to be in it. I mean, first we need a barracks though, don't we? Maybe I need to crack out another dormitory so that we can get some more dwarves. Oh shit, we got more dwarves. 12 came in the last thing, so let's go down to our carpenter and get 12 more beds made. Hello, Mr. Carpenter. We can't do 12 beds at once. Actually, one of these sad sacks can be a manager. Let's go to our screen, our noble screen. Screen the noblies. There's a manager, and let's see if anyone's got any appropriate skills. No. Absolutely nobody in the fortress has any skill relevant to being a manager. So, let's pick the first one who I fancy using. How about Thob the Hunter? Yeah? Thob the Hunter, you are now a manager, and you require an office. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Managers have offices. Why aren't they building this thing? Being kept too busy by the old doohickey over here. So, back down a bit. This was our intended dining hall, but it's nowhere near good enough. It's too much soil. This looks better. Look, it's all stone. Oh, yeah. Ooh, love this stone. Let's stop with the lecherous grunting and put in a little doorway pair here. And then, yeah, I'm just going to do one of my... look away, Cupo. This is going to... Well, actually, maybe don't look away. Keep looking. This will make you chuckle. This will give you a good old laugh, looking at my primitive designs. If any of you actually are lusting after some very well-designed, good-looking forts, check out Cupo's streams. He produces stuff that looks nice. Unlike my fortresses, which just smell nice. Which is next to useless being a digital medium. Can't transmit smells through the internet. Although I believe there is a method people use to do that, but nah. And then we'll just spank out a little end bit on it. Lovely. And we will also need, what do we want? A kitchen, a food stockpile. I'm going to bung a food stockpile. No, what are you doing, scoundrel? Come on. Stop being a dickhead. We're going to go on this side. I'm going to build a little kitchen. Oh, piss off. There we go. There's the kitchen. Lovely. Connect that there and there, even though it doesn't really need 2 doors. And then off the back of the kitchen, I'm going to put a... Actually, tell a lie. This is going to be... Yeah, no, kitchen. Stick to the story, scoundrel. Don't get confusing. And then we do this, and that, and that, and that. Bang! Look at that. That's going to be a stockpile for food. Yeah, food. And then off of that, I am going to put... off of here, sorry. I'm going to put what I like to call a miasma baffle, which basically looks like exactly the same as before. You know what? I could do this with the mouse. Oh, not without fucking it up, though. Jesus Christ on a bike. What was all that about? Okay. There we go. One more line like that, and then we can just do this down here. And off the back of this, we can say I would like 2 workshops, 1 for tanning, and 1 for the old butchery. Workshop de boucher, as they don't say in France. What's the butchers in France? Man. Baker. Bakery is a boulangerie. Interesting. Oh, somebody atted me. Does resizing the game window fix mouse select for you? Not resizing it. I find, well, first of all, let's just be clear. What you're seeing on the screen is actually offset from what I'm seeing. You see the top right hand of the corridor next to where the stairs are? I'm pointing at it on your screen here. This there, when I put my mouse cursor on that on my game screen, that's where it is for you. So we've got this weird offset going on. I don't know what's causing it. Maybe if I resize the window it'll work. Let's give it a little crackle. A little bit of window resizing. Does that work? Far from it. It makes absolutely zero difference. Apart from the fact that I now have a wrong sized window for my OBS. Fantastic. Look what you've done to me, Cupo. You've ruined me. Oh. No, it's fine. Don't be worried. Let's have a little look up to the top of chat, or at least further up the chat, so we can see what's being said. Oh my goodness, you lads have been tapping away on your keyboards, haven't you? If you're playing this map, there's no iron. Cupo only actually found tin. I heard that. Oafsalot was saying in the Discord that there's only tin and stuff. Apparently he found a bit of copper. But I'm thinking with spike wooden balls, fine meals, we can trade for metals, right? We can melt stuff down. If we just buy all of the metal stuff, once we've got, you know, a trade surplus, it's pretty easy to buy whatever you want. So we'll just buy a trade surplus. I've just made a little weird looking dick and balls, haven't I? Just noticed that. With another dick and ball sticking out the back. A negative dick and balls. Wow. I'm going to get banned from Twitch for this. Oh well. Let's keep going down. So we've got that. No iron, blah blah blah. Perilous 3D's the Ironsmith. Drop some lava on me, scoundrel, please. Perilous. Poor old Perilous. I mean, I can try. I'm not really au fait with the pumping mechanism, so I don't really know how to do that. We'll give it a go. Macros are so easy, scoundrel. You can Control R, make a shape, and then use Control P to copy them. It isn't Cupo level, but it's nice. What's this? Control R to make a shape. Is that D? Control R? Sorry, excuse me. Going away? There we go. Control R. Oh, sorry, yeah, I was telling Cupo about the mouse pointer. I can do anything in the top half of the screen, but if it comes to the bottom half of the screen, it doesn't respond. So I'm working my way up and... Oh, it's right click, isn't it? Duh. Oh, it seems to be working all the way over now. Of course it does. The moment I want to illustrate how it doesn't work, it decides to work. Can you get a weird creature in a migration wave? Presumably. Get vampires that way, so maybe. Oh, Panzerbid says probably not in usual waves. Can't removing fish bones be of use in some way? I can only imagine Scoundrel suddenly getting a random message in the game as everything is going well because you made your fish cleaner a plain soldier dwarf has died from choking on a sharp fish bone. That's true. People do die from fish bones, but I think we'll just take that risk. I think we're just going to have to be careful. Well, not careful, just not careful. Let's have a look down. Hello, Nunchaku Chaku. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. My goodness, how long have you been sitting there in chat, languishing for recognition? I apologise. Charcuterie, maybe, says Elite. Oh, that's French for For butchers. Ah, that does make sense. I have heard that word before. Whammo is here. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Is it welcome back? I think it's welcome back because you're a sub, so it kind of makes sense. Of course it's welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Apparently it's just boucherie. Oh, okay. So it's like a ferme la bouche. Is that not French? Is that not mouthery? It's those arrow symbols that I put in now Fuzzy used last stream that turns our messages into star on screen. Are we getting censored? I don't think I've got anything that's censoring chat. Don't test that. Claycree says, ever heard of the Passilianic sympathetic compass? You'd love it. It was a test to see if snails create a telepathic link after mating. They had hoped that if successful, it could be used for worldwide communication in place of telegraphs. Holy shit, I don't know about the research, but I want some of what they were taking. Just catching up with chat. Nearly there. Negative dick and balls. If there's copper and tin, then bronze is almost as good as iron at least, but not magma safe. That's my annoyance at the moment. No sand for glass, no magma safe metals, and no way of making more anvils. Haven't had a caravan last 2 years either. Ooh. I think people do die from eating fish bones, Cupo. Well, I mean, technically they don't die from eating them, they die from being unable to eat them because they get them caught in their throat. I've had a fish bone caught in my throat before. It's horrible. It's like just constant sticking. Because I wasn't sure what it was. I didn't realise I'd swallowed a fish bone. I was constantly trying to get my finger down the back of my throat to hook it out, but you know what that leads to, blah, blah, and all that kind of guns. I wasn't actually puking, but I was retching up a storm. Claycree's message got deleted. Were you saying elves are okay again? Because that's going to get you banned. It's going to get you banned. Apparently I've missed a reference there somehow, but I'm sure it'll work out eventually. I'm sure it'll come to me what I've missed. I had an eel rib, tiny little pin bone stab into the back of my throat. Yeah, I can feel you there. I think mine was a haddock bone. I used to have a lot of smoked haddock as a kid. It was about the only fish I would eat when I was a child. Okay. Apparently, boucherie is from the same root as buck. It was an old word for goat. A death by choking on a fishbone was unusual enough to warrant publication of a case study in 1950. That's the only one I could find. Oh, that's funny then. It must just be a trope then. Just an unfounded, silly old trope. Silly me. Falling for this nonsense. What's next? Anti-vax? No. Oh, hello, I'm recording stuff. What have I... Qu'est-ce que c'est? What the fuck? How am I... I'm confused. Is there a record button in here? Control plus R to cancel recording. Aha! Thank you very much, Panzerbeard. Much appreciated. Drink lemon juice to melt the bone with the help of your saliva and other oral acid, scoundrel. It should help if it happens again. Oh, okay. Give that one a go. Although maybe before I take that as canon, I might attempt to dissolve some fish bones in lemon juice beforehand to see how effective it actually is. Extra points if you can dissolve them while they're still in the fish. Oh, imagine that. The taste of a fish that's had its bones dissolved with lemon juice before being cooked. Oh. I do love lemons. They're one of my favourite flavours. Mint and lemon, two of my favourites of all time. Don't usually go together, but I have had a can of San Pellegrino with a little hint of lemon and mint, which was pretty nice. Sorry, a lemon with a hint of mint. Squeezing lemons just in case. I once ate a whole lemon like an orange, but on that same day I'd had an accident. Oh, hello, Blind. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. And thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated. Fuck me! 103? You're on fire. You're unstoppable. What's going on? You're like some kind of viewer magnet. It's amazing. He's an eyeball lodestone. Good lord. Hello, King, the Space Disco Fox. Disco Fox. It's going well. It's going well. Haven't done much, to be honest. We've just been sitting here talking. It's got a little bit weird at times, but it's okay. We're just waiting for this little dining hall complex to be dug out. I reckon it's going to be quite nice. The idea being... Oh, thank you very much for the follow there. My goodness, the notifications activity feed is lighting up like a light bulb? Nah, that's not the best. Lighting up like a smoker at a celebration. Lighting up like a Christmas tree. Bit too on the nose, that one. Bit too old hat. We'll come up with something. Hello, Evil Trick, Sir Gaz, and R&D-some or Rundsum. I'm sure we'll figure it out. And Guy Incognito. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Oh, excuse me while I just shift myself around a bit. I've been sitting on the same spot of the sofa for a bit too long, and, heat has built up. I need a little bit of cooling. I might have to take a break in a minute. Although now that there's 100 people swarming in, maybe that's the worst time to take a break. Then again, maybe the 2000 IQ thing to do is to treat them mean, keep them keen. They all come in and I'll be like, oh, I'm going to go for a break now. Bye. And then you'll be sitting there going, where's he gone? Is he going to come back? Why don't you love me? Oh, maybe not. Probably a bad idea to gaslight your Twitch chat. Anyway, where were we? We were catching up with what was in chat. Although now, you were literally on fire in the game you were playing. Was it not Dwarf Fortress? Interesting. Tell me more. Like, did you have a car? Somebody stop me. Well, R&D-some. I'll probably keep changing it every other time I say it, Runsum. We'll see what happens. 5 hours of Dwarf Fortress. Oh my god. Because I start so stupidly late, I very rarely get the 5-hour streams in, but when I do, ooh, that's the real good stuff. Tasty. We haven't got any tables. Did I actually assign a manager yet, or have I just been sitting here talking? Well, let's not bother answering that question, dear chat viewers. We all know how it goes. I sit here talking, and for some reason you sit there listening. It's baffling, but very gratifying. Gives me the tingles, you know. Oh, is Cupo still here? What was that thing that I was supposed to do? Shift Enter, was it? So I change it to plump helmets. Shift Enter. Is that what it was? And then we look at spring. Oh, it's worked. Poor. Oh, Cupo. I love your brain. Not like that though. Not physically. That would be question mark. Excuse me? What have I pressed? Why are my units offloading? Let's just pause and take a second to figure out what happened there. Presumably it was the onset of winter? Or have I missed something? Chat seems to be giving me a bit of information. Information. Ooh. A game called Rift Breaker. It's like They Are Billions. I've never played that one, but I have seen a lot of people playing it before. I might have to give that a go at some point when it goes on sale. Is there sand on this embark, says Shuck Treatment. The opportunity to create some green glass with all that magma seems like a great thing, and serrated grass discs make a lovely traps. When we were picking the embark, we did look at a couple of places that had sand. We didn't go for them. And in the end, we picked this one purely on the strength of its fairly smutty innuendo name, rather than any actual practical qualities. Well, having said that, I picked it because it had a volcano and a smutty name. So we have had some reports of other people playing on the embark that maybe it's not got the best complement of metals. Mainly tin, a little bit of copper, and that's about the size of it. But, you know, we've got a surface volcano. Any metals we get we can process really easily, and we can just trade. If I bang out the spiked wooden balls and the prepared and fine meals, we won't have to worry about buying stuff. We can have as much steel and iron as we want. It'll be fine. This is probably a good point, seeing as we've got a few extra people in, to mention that this is a parallel fort. So if anybody wants to download the files to play along, they are available on a Google Drive. I don't know if anyone in the chat has a link to it at the moment. I'll put them in later on before I finish the stream, as long as somebody reminds me. And at the end of the fortress, which should probably be sometime just before Christmas or so, I'm going to gather up all the forts that people have played that they want me to look at, and I'll take a look at them, and we'll have a little review and see what happened. There aren't any real rules. All you have to do is use the embark that was given. Don't care if you cheat. Don't care if you start again and try multiple times. Do whatever you want. It's fine. You don't even have to submit it. But I do have a form available. If you've got a YouTube or a Twitch channel that you want me to mention when I'm looking at your fortress, or even just give you a shout out, you can sign up on that form, and you'll be able to put your links in there, and I'll be able to sort it out. Don't have to even put your real name on it. Although, having said that, once you've given me your Twitch and YouTube channel, I'm on the way to figuring out your real name if I really wanted to. But yeah. Anyway, if anyone's interested in that, hang around a bit, or maybe sign up for the Discord, where a lot more chit-chat about it goes on. But I thought I'd get that out there so you all know. We haven't officially started the parallel world element of it yet, because I'm just too lazy to actually compose the Reddit post that will tell people it's happening. But still, I'll get to it. And I promise this time, definitely before next stream. Okay? Which is Thursday, in case anyone wants to know. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. The Swirler music has stopped again. Let's start it off and get back into the game, because I have done absolutely bugger all of relevance to the game Dwarf Fortress. I've just sat here talking like some kind of fool. Tidy says it's the seasonal autosave. Notice how I say I'm going to do something and then immediately look at chat. Citric acid should at least have a similar effect to regular water, as in help the bones slide through the throat. Oh, well, I'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. There's Guy Incognito positing the idea that it was a save state that notification was for, which I think is being concurred with in chat. No problem, Blind. Sorry I missed you saying that. You've probably gone already, but I hope getting your package is nice and easy and you don't get given the runaround by anybody, because that would be a pain in the poo pipe. Have to go back and watch your dwarf stream. Oh, sorry, talk to Blind. No worries. And Red Roinro. Are you using any mods? Mastercraft? No, I'm using the Lazy Noob pack, and that's it. For the purposes of this fortress, I thought well, we needed a few things. If we're going to open it up so other people can play, it needs to be easy to get going. So there are 2 versions available. There's my entire Lazy Noob pack, zipped up at about 800 megabytes. And if you get that link and download it, all you have to do is press the thing and play World 2, and it's this one. But there's also somebody very kindly went and did all the necessary to get the actual just the embark file out, and there will be a link for that as well that you'll be able to get. So even if you're a noob or an expert, you'll be able to get hold of it. It's not a problem. Like I say, it's there. Did anybody put the link in? I believe Cupo did. That's the one that's just the embark. There's no doodah here. Scoundrel going to get so many penis forts. That's fine. If you want to, if your desire is to build an enormous penis in Dwarf Fortress, then be my guest. Build your dream penis. Dream penis, I believe I can build you from the ground up. Maybe not. No, but feel free. I'm not going to castigate you for it. I mean, I would like to avoid the stuff like swastikas. That's going to get you not looked at. That's going to get it ignored. That kind of stuff. If you somehow manage to shoehorn racism and homophobia into your fortress, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not going to acknowledge it. I'm going to go, but, Bob's, Virgin and Willie's, not a problem. I don't care about that. This is an adult stream for adults, not for the little chidlers. And if you are a child watching right now, then I suggest you fuck off, because this is not for you. Actually, that's a good point. Excuse me, parent. Hello? Your child should not be watching this, just in case you're wondering. I have a tendency to say things like cunt, and that is not something you want your little lad to be seeing. Or lass, I don't know. For some reason my mind thinks they're a boy, but maybe not. I apologise. If I've misgendered your child, then I really am very sorry. Anyway, that out of the way, let's get back on. Let's carry on. Excuse me. 10-4. Oh, I don't know what the context of that was. I'm seeing Red Rowenro. Red Rowenro? Red Rowenro. I think that's good enough. I don't know what that's saying. Ostap says, so Scoundrel, would you say you have learnt more about Dwarf Fortress since you started playing it until now in comparison with the learning of RimWorld, for example? Because I did feel as though you were slightly exaggerating that the best part of nothing is still nothing, as you said earlier this evening. I feel like I've probably... See, the thing is, with RimWorld, the game has a sensible menu system and that kind of thing, so there really is no excuse for not learning anything, and yet... here I am still having learned very little about RimWorld and struggling to get even the most basic fort to survive. Whereas in Dwarf Fortress, the interface is literally fighting me at every step, yet somehow I've played it for a decade and learned just enough to survive, which is good, I think. I'm enjoying it. I can't complain. I can, actually. I really need to go for a pee, but I will hold on just for a bit longer because, you know, the rush of getting 100 people in chat is, I don't know, pretty intense, you know? Doesn't normally happen. It's very unusual. Let's have a quick look down the chat and catch up before I actually do something in Dwarf Fortress. Here we go. Scoundrel did a swear. That's true. Oh, don't tell, Panzerbeard. Oh, no. Oh, I'm half tempted to just put my mum's phone number in chat, but I don't think she'd appreciate calls from Americans at 1:20 in the morning. In fact, I think it might make her swear. Telling children to fuck off is partly why I come to these streams. Red Rowan. Ignore the row. Ah, Red Rowan. Okay, I get it. Or Red Rowan. Red Rowan? It's all good. Put a number in chat. Yeah, I'm joking. I'm not going to actually put my mother's phone number in chat. That would be very rude. Very rude indeed. My parents would get quite pissed off with me. Although, the idea of someone ringing my mum up in the middle of the night and going, your son swore. And she'd go, he's fucking 40. Why are you calling me? Yeah, we won't be... That was probably a bad thing to put into the zeitgeist. That was a poor idea to say that, but oh well, never mind, I've done it now. Being good doesn't matter as long as you're having fun. That's true, Concealed Creator, that is true. And Dwarf Fortress does give you a lot of fun. What happens, I think, here's a theory. Because you have to fiddle with the menu, at least for the first few times you play it, because you're kind of always kind of fighting and having to remember stuff, it makes you pick into the game deeper. It makes you look at menus in a way that you wouldn't, or read things in a way that you might skip in other games, and so you sit there reading the combat reports, and although what you're given is fairly sparse, you know, it's not actually that detailed. Well, it is detailed, but you know what I mean, it's not flowing prose, it's just a series of facts and statements. Your brain, because it's picked all those things out and pulled them out through this kind of morass, puts them together and puts a bit more effort in the background trying to come up with threads to tie them together, and so the stories kind of build themselves. Why did I pick the keyboard up and do that? That was an odd thing to do, but never mind, it's all good. Oh, that's a good point. Red. Let's get on with the let's get on with the fortress. Okay. Sorry, I will try now not to look at chat too much. I shall avert my eyes. Don't you tempt me with your tippy-tappy alerts there. Unpause. We've got farms on the go. We've got a lot of wood collected. We've got a bit of stone. We've got a carpenter. We've got a mason. We are digging out a dining hall. We've got a manager. Let's all put in an order for some tables. Oh shit, we don't have an office for the manager. Okay. Take 2. Up to the surface. Down to the deeps. How far do we want to go? I'm thinking, let's do office space down here. Let's do some office space. So if I put a little door there, and then do that. Oh, doing it all Bob Ross style now. Although in Dwarf Fortress there are no happy little accidents. There's only catastrophically tragic accidents. my favourite kind. That is way too big for an office. However, I know you're all sitting there going, "Stop it, scoundrel! This is nonsense! Why would you do such a preposterous thing, you papaga?" Well, I'm just future-proofing them. Eventually, we're going to get some snotty nobles turning up, going, "Oh, you don't have a big enough office to satisfy my desires. Well, in that case, I'm going to throw a tantrum." Like old Ozymandias in The Watchmen. Oh, I mentioned that was a good show, didn't I? Definitely, if you've been thinking about it, if you've been putting off watching it, just get in there and have a look. It's fantastic. There we go. It's got the woman who plays the head of the facility in the TV series Legion. She plays an FBI agent in it. She's pretty fucking good. So good, I don't know her name. I'm terrible. Why can't I place a bed? Oh, I can. I just need to find my cursor. Where is it? Did we see it? Oh, we don't have any beds. Idiot. Holy shit, how many dwarves have we got? I forgot about that. We should have put in an order for 12 beds, wasn't it? Let's take a little peek. Let's take a little peek at... Hello there. Oh, it's a clip from Single. Oh, I remember that one. Apologies. Let me have a look at Door Therapist as well. I've sent you over there without any warning, and you're probably all going blind. There we go. It was 12 new beds. Good. Let's head back over. By the way, I recognise we have a significantly larger number of people in the chat at the moment, and this may cause an unprecedented rush. But if anybody wants a dwarf named after them, now is probably a good good time to mention it. Bed. Construct bed, and I want 12 of the little fuckers. There we go. At least we put the order in. I did want tables as well, but never mind. I'm going to have to make the first table. Oh, will he actually do any commands? Or do I actually have to manually put the order in for the table? You know what? It's probably best just to put the order in for the tables, right? Add table, add table, add table, add chair, add chair, add chair, or throne. Alright, Dwarf Fortress, you use your fancy nomenclature, but you see, I'll get my revenge. I'll get my revenge on you. There we go. How long have we been going for? Oh my god, we've been going for 2 hours. And I must have played almost like 5 minutes of Dwarf Fortress. That's what you do to me, chat. You distract me. You're terrible. I'd be a great gamer if it wasn't for you. You're holding me back. I could be the #1 esports boy. #1 esports boy EU. Well, not for long. Apparently, our country has been gripped by a collective madness. But hey, it's fun, isn't it? It's fun when everything goes crazy. It's like being on a roller coaster. It's like being naked on a roller coaster on fire. Is it, scoundrel? Is it really like being naked on a roller coaster on fire? And when you say that, it's unclear whether you or the roller coaster is on fire. I mean, obviously, ultimately, if the roller coaster's on fire, you'll end up on fire. But, you know, it helps to be clear. You've got lots of new people watching. You want to impress them. You want them to come back. You don't want to sit there going, what the fuck is he gibbering about? This man's losing his mind. Which, to be fair, it's probably a bit late to prevent, isn't it? Let's have a little look. The Dwarf Fortress is just a mechanism for scoundrels to talk about dirty and dark stuff. I don't need a mechanism, to be honest. I mean, I hold it in for most of the day, and then I sit down to stream, or most of the week, to be fair, and I sit down and stream and just go, let's just take out the little filter, take the filter out from between the brain and the mouth, just get it kick-started, and then I'm quite good at that. I'm quite good at just talking. In fact, if you're ever in a scenario in which you require the ability to distract guards or something like that, and you need just someone to talk, I am your man. Although, having said that, I may not be there at the time, which would probably hamper my ability to help. But whatever. Let's not get silly about it. Let's put a food stockpile down here and finally get all of our food indoors. Won't that be just lovely? Shall I just do one big stockpile? Yeah, I'm just going to do one big stockpile. I'm just that kind of crazy guy. And then we'll build a Kitchen. Uh-oh. I know I've been holding this wee in for too long now because I'm getting those, you get those waves of goosebumps? You get a little cold shiver and your body goes, I mean, seriously, this is a lot of piss. You may want to get rid of it. And then you go, no, I'm driving a car or playing a computer game or just overwhelmed with the number of eyeballs pointed in my direction. Well, not literally. Although wouldn't that be a weird coincidence? If it turned out everybody's houses and wherever they were arranged just right, so you were all technically looking in the same direction. Not the same direction, towards me. I suppose if you're on different sides, looking at me is not in the same direction, it's the opposite direction. Oh, my head hurts. What have I done to myself? Why do I torture myself like this? Okay, what was I doing? I put the food stockpile, I was building a workshop, a kitchen. There we go. See? Sometimes the tangents don't go on forever. Sometimes I get right back on the horse. I'm going to put the kitchen there, made out of granite, and I'm also going to put a still in, because why not, Got to make booze somehow. Cool. Right, let's get those built, and then once they're in place, we will be able to actually make some booze and fine meals. I also need to do some extra digging here, because I've just realised I don't have anywhere to put our, what's faces, Oh, the ugly bird that tastes nice. Sort of like a peacock-like feathers at the back. Kind of like it's got like a thing hanging off its face, like an empty scrotum. Jesus Christ! Americans have been going mad about it for the last few days. Turkey, there we go. Certainly much more of a friendly phrase than empty scrotum bird. I don't think that's very palatable. I don't think they would have taken off as a foodstuff if that's what they were labelled as. Yum yum yum. Where are we? When does he switch to the other side? Is England going to become a dwarf fortress? Well, Greg Senpai, there is an argument to be made that it already is a dwarf fortress. There is an argument to be made there, but I'm not the one to make that argument because I already realise that I have strayed very close to actually doing a politics, and now is not the time for me to be doing a politics. I'm streaming, I'm playing Dwarf Fortress, and if I do a politics, I'm going to have to go and clean myself up. Let's try and keep it apolitical for now. Not that that's technically a thing you can really do, because in a way everything is political, but, let's just try not to, shall we? Let's all just sit very still, close our minds, close our mouths, not minds, although, you can if you want to, I can't stop you, and we'll just not do any politics. It'll be great. Welcome, by the way, Greg Senpai. Thanks for joining us. Piss is about to back up into your gullet. You should probably handle it. Don't damage your kidneys. They're valuable. I've got a spare, haven't I? It'll be all right. The elves have just brought me a book, and I quote, Exploring the Body. Ooh, it sounds like the kind of book that schoolboys cluster around in a library. They're looking at it, all the well-thumbed pages. I remember our library had a copy of The Joy of Sex, which was like a fucking magnet to the teenage boys at my school. They were all over it when we went out to our library trips. Oh, man. Some of those beards in there were magnificent. And they weren't even on their faces. Happy Thank Jesus Scrotum. It's not called Happy Turkey Day, is it? Or is it? I don't know. I think your definition of the direction they're looking, Ostap, is probably more effective than mine. I will take yours. Discuss dwarf politics? Oh man, but what with all the Marx dwarves knocking around, it will get very based on proletarian and class war, won't it? That's a bit much. Oh, that's a terrible pun. And I can't believe I make it every time the opportunity comes up to talk about Marx dwarves. It's terrible. I am clearly a buffoon. Claycree says, I see a dwarf moving quite slowly. Is somebody injured? Now there's a thing to check. And the easy way to do it is, brace your eyeballs everybody. If you're in a dark room, we're going to the white screen again. Shield yourself. Squint. Here we go. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look on the wound table, shall we? Yes, somebody is thirsty. Well, it's not really what you would call wounded, but it's a state. It's a state of being. While we're here, does anybody want to put up their hand for a dwarf? We've got 14. Sort by has nickname. We've got 13 without nicknames, so I'm willing to do a little burst of naming if anyone else is interested. Red Roweno has put his hand up. I'm going to guess that's to be a dwarf. I'm going to cut and paste your name out of chat. Look at that. Look how baller is that? There we go. Copy. Oh, maybe that didn't work. We'll soon find out. I'm just going to select one at random. Eyes closed. There we go. Oh, that's Plutonium Jesus. He's already named. Let's stay down this end. In fact, if I minimise the ones with the nickname, there we go. Eral Dakotilesis. Set nickname. You are now... Oh, fuck. I just copied and pasted his own name back into the same thing. I'm an idiot. Right, let's copy. Okay. Apparently, copying and pasting shit out of chat is a lot harder than it needs to be. There we go. Bosh. And commit. Bingo. There you are. Number 9 of the named dwarves. Very nice. Right. Let's keep going down here. Guy Incognito. That's another copy-paste job if I ever saw one. Copy. Pick a dwarf here. I'm looking away. I'm looking away. Caruso. Or Corso. Curso. Volunteer as tribute. Why not? Hang on a sec. I'm just looking away. Oh, I can see it on that screen. I'm a fucking idiot. I've got to close my eyes. And Kubuk. Kubuk is now known forevermore as Guy Incognito. Let's commit that change. We've got 10 nicknamed dwarves and 11 left. Let's go for Corso, if I am pronouncing that correctly. Apologies if I'm mangling it, but what can you do? You can't stop me. You can't stop me. We've got Moldath. Moldath is now Corso. And then after that we've got NATO Krizjum. Let's get that bad boy in there. Moldath. Did we not just do Moldath? Let's commit the change. We did do Moldath. Now we're going to do someone else. Lickot, the thirsty boy. Thirsty boy, he could do with a drink of toy. Fuck! It went wrong. I should never do these musical interludes. It's okay when it's just a few of the regulars in. They all know how it goes. They know it's going to be terrible and they're ready for it. They're braced. But I've got new people in. I'm supposed to be impressing you. And here I am, making terrible songs, attempting to look like I'm a cool dude, and in fact making myself look like the kind of idiot who puts dog poo up his nose. Which is if that's a kind of actual idiot. I will be extremely disappointed if Red Roweno da Costellis isn't the cause of the fortress's doom. Well, we'll see what we can do. I mean, it's very hard for one dwarf who is not a miner or tantruming to be the root cause of the downfall of the fortress. A miner can just hack through the candy, and make their way into the underworld below and fill the fortress with clowns. I mean, that's an end of the fortress. But anyone else, they don't really have the influence on the world. Anyway, I think I've got everybody. If I haven't got you in and you asked for a dwarf, I apologise. Feel free to @me in chat. Now we've got that, we can head back into the fortress. Da Costellis can die and prop the door open so the invasion can come through. Ah, now there is an option. That could work. If you can jam a door up with dwarf parts, then I'm sure it'll work. Oh yeah, I need to dig out something, didn't I? I want to put a... what do I want to put where? Just here. I am going to do that. And we're going to put a little room that can be used to keep our turkeys in. Ah, yes, you thought I'd forgotten about the empty scrotum birds, but no. No, I remembered them perfectly, because my memory works 100% of the time. About 10% of the time. It's good though, isn't it? Anywho, looking at the clock now, I've been recording for 2 hours straight, which means it's probably time for me to take a break. Also, I am literally sweating from the amount I need to go to the toilet. So, let's pause the game, and I am going to go on a 10, perhaps 15-minute break before I come back and continue playing. Now, I recognise most of you are not going to put up with a break that long, so apologies for essentially ending the stream for you, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Those of you watching on the recording on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so, but I'm going to stop recording now. I'll see you next time.